Hey, I came here to remind you today to thank yourself for showing up today. Whatever you've done, there's most probably something you can be proud of today. There was something that you've done and worked out. Whatever it was, just be thankful. Be thankful for showing up, because it's a lot. And remind yourself that you're brave, because maybe no one told you that today, that you're brave and you're worthy and deserving of what you desire. I just felt that I need to tell you this today. It's nothing big, nothing special, but these are the words that sometimes we need to hear. We are doing a lot of things, working hard on many things that seem important to us. And sometimes when we're being hard on ourselves, we forget that we've done great things today. And there is a progress that is happening. And as we came, energetically speaking, to the point on our journey, especially in December, we've come to the heart center energy. So the whole year, the earth was on the throat center energy, and in December it went actually into the heart center's energy, which means it's a very big change when it comes to our relationships dynamics, because no one can give you real guidance anymore. The only real guidance is your heart, and you can tell who are real people around you, because those who are real people for you, real friends, they will usually affirm what you already feel intuitively. That's how you can tell that they are real people. Those who are trying to manipulate you, or those who are trying to force you into something, those are not real friends. So your heart will tell you all of this. But still, even though we are in this heart's energy, we're still not as evolved as we would like to be. We're still being hard on ourselves. We're still forcing ourselves into things. We're still looking into the world, sometimes through a lens of fear, through a lens of doubts, through a lens of separation and judgment and comparison, which is okay. So what I'm reminding myself constantly is that I don't need to be perfect, because I have a lot of perfection in my energy, like this need for perfection. I'm a Virgo, and I have a lot of this energy in me, which is my constant. Sometimes it feels like a battle, but it's also a gift, because it helps me to really be precise at whatever I'm doing. And some of you may feel this, some of you may resonate with this energy. So if that's you, just remind yourself that sometimes you can also finish the work even though it doesn't feel like finished, and it will be okay. And tomorrow you can move to the next one and make it better. This is something that works for me because I'm an artist, and sometimes I feel like I could do a better painting out of what I've done, but still I'm proud of what was created. And I'm happy for how it ended up to be. Even though sometimes, this voice of mine can be like, it's not good enough, and I could do better. And I'm like, yes, thank you for pushing me forward, but let's be happy with this one and let's move to the next one. For those of you perfectionists out there, you know who you are, right? Not all of you are. Some of you are like really, good ones with, not having any challenges with that. I know Maya, my partner, is like that. And she's not such a perfectionist. So it's a different quality. But sometimes I feel that what we really need to hear is just what we know, but we need to hear it from someone else, because it just hits us differently when we hear it through our ears and not just in our inner voice, like, I am enough. When you hear it from someone else, hey man, hey woman, you're enough, it feels differently, right? Because we all have been little kids, like when we've been born, and maybe we haven't received love the way that we would need. So we've developed certain mechanisms to receive love, like we've been willing to do whatever was necessary to receive love from our parents, because maybe they've been troubled, or they had things to deal with, or they just had no awareness or knowledge, like how to really love, or show attention, show support to this little kid that happened to be you. And later in our lives, like maybe just today, it may happen that we've been doing something just to be validated, or just to get some attention, or just to receive some love. Sometimes it happens, right? And yeah, it's just, we're learning, and it's okay. But yeah, it helps if we hear something like that. I know it, for me, it still feels good if someone comes to me and says, like, hey man, I appreciate your work, it changed my life, or something like that. I'm humbled, but it still feels good, and I'm grateful. So let me be this voice today for you, that you've done a good work today. This is evening for me, so I'm kind of finishing my day. And as I've been reflecting on my day today, I'm very grateful for how it went. I had a wonderful conversation with a good friend of mine, with whom we've been reflecting on this year, how it went, and all the synchronicities and all the challenges we've both been through. He's an entrepreneur as well, and we had so many similar challenges this year, similar processes. And I remember, many times this year we've been meeting and talking about what we are going through. But today we've been laughing because we've seen, look, everything worked out. You see? Remember this day when we've been, a bit worried, or like we know intuitively that we need to do this and that, but there's still fear and you're still not sure if it's true or whatever. But look at that, everything worked out, right? And we've been reflecting on that, and I've been very happy about it. So I felt like I want to share a bit of this happiness with you as well, and just remind you to look into your past a little bit and see how many things actually did work out, and how many times you thought that you're a failure or something just because someone tried to get something from you, but eventually you've learned that your intuition was right, and maybe that weird tension you felt in your chest was actually that other person's energy that tried to rob something from you. These energy vampires that we sometimes meet, and they package the words the way that at the end we feel guilty. Sometimes we meet this kind of people. And just this friend of mine today was talking about one of this kind of person that he recently met in his life, and he said like conversation was so fluid and so interesting, but then it ended up draining. He felt exhausted, and he needed some time to notice that it was a type of manipulation from that other person. And sometimes it happens to us, and we need to take time for reflection and recognize that maybe the guilt that we feel is really not our feeling. It's, coming from someone else. And to have this distinguish or discernment to know what's our and what's not ours. And this is the power of of this time right now, where our hearts are so much more open and activated. You need to know your heart has been activated and trust it, because there is truly, you have external guidance, like you have my voice every single day, you have other people, but we're not really your guides. We're here to activate parts of you so you can hear them. And many times it happens to you, you're listening my voice or you're listening someone else and something clicks in you. So it was not a word that I said. It was a reminder that reminded you of something that you've forgotten. And you have the ability to go into parts of you that remember. And all you need is quietness. Enough quietness so you can hear yourself. And that's it, that's the whole magic, and you will see in the next year, your heart will get stronger, your intuition will get stronger, and if you're resolving your suppressed emotions and dealing with any triggers that you still have and recognizing where you still have weaknesses, healing these parts of you, you will become quite incredible. I'm looking forward to see these versions of you because you look very happy. You look very happy there. But remember that you already deserve to become this you. That you're already worthy of being this you. Something that I've become aware of myself just recently was that I'm actually afraid of my own capabilities. And let me be vulnerable with you a little bit. I've recognized that I'm capable of so much more. Like when I've been reflecting on everything I've done until now and everything I'm looking forward to do, I feel I'm quite capable. And many times when I set a challenge for me that feels sometimes almost impossible, I managed to achieve it. So I've recognized I am quite capable. But I'm also noticing I'm afraid of really embracing that. So this is something that I'm working on right now. It started showing up in my life, like I'm actually limiting myself. I could be so much more, not like in any arrogant or egoistic way, but I just feel I can be so much more. And that's something I'm working on right now. And maybe I'm saying this to you to remind you to look within and see what if you are also afraid of something you could be, but you're holding yourself back. What if you could be happier, but you're afraid to leave something behind? What if you could be maybe more abundant, but you're afraid of money or taking more risky opportunity, maybe afraid of taking risks? That's something I've overcame in my life because at some point a desire to be free became so strong that I've risked it all, and I can only tell you from this other side of taking risks that it's very hard and fearful, scary, painful sometimes, but it's so worth it. But words are not enough, it's an experience. Like Carl Jung said, be aware of unearned wisdom. So it's at some point we just need to walk our path, right? So I'm just giving you glimpses of these reminders that may spark a fragment of your soul that will awaken and remember what you really want to do. So thank yourself for showing up and taking this step in your journey. Know that you're brave, worthy, and deserving of what you desire. Know that the universe supports you. The light is holding you. And you're loved. You're loved, my friend. And maybe you need to hear it once again. You're loved. Light is holding you. You will not fall. You will not fall. It will feel like a falling sometimes. Maybe this year felt like a falling, or a certain month felt like a falling. But you will not lose the connection. You are supported. You are loved, my friend. So, a word that came to me yesterday when I finished my latest painting that I will share with... I've actually shared it with you in the community post and on my Instagram page, AttractPassion Art. It's my art Instagram page. You can go there and follow me. I've shared a painting by the name Grace. And this word came to me as I finished the painting, and I was like, grace is something we need. Like, not that humanity needs grace, obviously, but we all need some grace in our lives, to embrace grace and to just work on it as a virtue. Like, let's be graceful right now. Let's stop rushing. Like, at least a certain moment in a day. Let's stop rushing. Let's stop wishing. Let's stop trying. And let's have grace. And just see how it makes you feel. See how the cells in your body respond. How the nervous system responds when you have grace. Just an experiment. Because your body loves when you provide more of this peaceful attention to. Your body loves that because it finally gets this time to relax. And interesting things happen many times at those moments. So give yourself some grace right now. And once again, know that you're loved. I will leave you here. I hope you had a great time in today's message. It was a bit more random, but it felt great sharing this with you. So thank you so much for watching, and thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art. You can also find my latest painting on AttractPassion.com. Prints coming soon. Original one is already available, so go and check it out. And also thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. See you there, and till next time, one love.